Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to the channel. Hope that everyone's doing well and 2022 is off to a great start for you. I have my Lake Lanier number crunching hat on today because we're going to talk about budget and monies, and specifically what we budgeted for 2021 for our houseboat expenses and what we actually spent. Now that the year is over, we have the final tally and we're really excited to share it with you. Talking about money can feel like you might be airing out some dirty laundry. Our goal for this video is to really show what we budgeted, what we spent, and enable you to accurately put together a budget for your houseboat or any type of boat that you might be looking to buy so that you're not caught flat-footed and have a more enjoyable boating experience. In this example, we're going to actually talk about our houseboat, which is a Somerset from 2002 that's 80 feet long and 16 feet wide. And when we originally set out on this houseboat buying process, we put together a budget for the cost to buy the boat and the ongoing costs for boat ownership. And it was a very good learning experience for us, and we're excited to share this with you as well. So let's dive in, crunch some numbers, and we'll show you what I'm talking about in this sheet. If you missed our series on the houseboat buying process, particularly the one where we provided the free spreadsheet to show you the cost of buying a boat and then the ongoing costs of owning a houseboat, you can check it out right here, and we'll also link it down in the description below. In today's video, we're going to use a separate spreadsheet that goes through what we budgeted for 2021 and what our actual expenses were. This spreadsheet is also available for download, and it's in the description below. What you'll need to do is click on the link, save this spreadsheet to your desktop, and rename it something that you would like to have it called. And from there, you should be able to make any edits or adjustments to the numbers and figures so that you can figure out the houseboat budget that's best for you. The spreadsheet that we're working with today is broken down in between two parts. The first one is going to be the recurring payments, and the second one is going to be one-time payments. In this column right here, you can see what we've budgeted, and in the column D right here, we'll be able to show you what we actually spent throughout 2021. And towards the bottom of each section for the recurring payments and the one-time payments, you'll be able to see if we were over or under budget. So let's take a look at the recurring payments. The first two line items are the houseboat loan payment and our slip payment, which is billed quarterly. We were exactly on point with this, what we had budgeted. If you're signing up for a slip and if you're definitely financing a houseboat, when you sign on the dotted line, it's very clearly spelled out the amount of money that you'll need to put forward each month. The only time that this might change is if a marina decides that they want to raise their slip prices, or if you refinance your boat into a lower payment. But it's still, at that time, you'll know what those expenses are going to be. Our houseboat insurance came out to be almost $600 more than what we had budgeted. We originally budgeted $2,250 and it came out to be about $2,800. I haven't called our insurance agent to ask why, but I would guess that it has something to do with the price of materials and goods and services increasing a lot in 2021. I know that our homeowners insurance went up as well, because if something were to happen to our home, just like if something were to happen to our boat, the cost of materials and labor has increased, and therefore the insurance company are going to increase their prices as well. When it comes to the utilities on the boat, water, power, a dock box that we have, internet because we do work up here, and our pump out, we came out to be almost exactly what we had budgeted. And this was really surprising given how much variability there can be in how often we're having our boat pumped out or how much power we need. So to find out that we were within just $4 of what we had budgeted was surprising. I'm not sure if that's going to be a year-over-year occurrence, but it'll be interesting to see. When we look at the total, what we have budgeted for our recurring cost of $27,100 and what we spent of $27,600, we were about $500 over budget, and that's mostly attributed to the increased cost of our houseboat insurance. Now let's move down to the one-time payments. We budgeted about $1,000 to have our boat washed and detailed. We came into the springtime with a lot of energy, a go-getter type of attitude that we were going to clean this houseboat ourselves and we were going to do it all in one weekend. Well, as new parents, we didn't realize how little energy we would have, and also running a pressure washer with our daughter Claire trying to take 3 naps a day proved to be a little bit more than we could tackle, and so we were able to get just the top deck cleaned, but we had to hire some help to wash the sides and the isinglass and do a quick once-over for any spots that we had missed. The company that we used did an absolutely fantastic job, and they actually did such a good job that we know they're going to be our first call this spring, right when the pollen is finished turning our boat yellow, so that they can come through and help us out again. One item that we grossly over budgeted was gas. In the springtime, we filled up our boat, and it was the first time that we had personally filled it up. Both tanks were pretty empty, and so there was a big expense there. We went boat camping once, and we filled up again after that, and we only spent about $725 on fuel versus the $22.50 that we had budgeted. I think this year in 2022, we are going to get a lot closer to the $22.50 that we've budgeted. We love houseboat camping, and now that our daughter Claire is down to 1 nap a day and she has a ton of energy, I think it'll be a lot more fun to get out houseboat camping, and by doing that, we're definitely going to burn a little bit more fuel. So I think for this year, we're going to keep our fuel expense at $22.50 for the year. The next budget item is our property taxes. We budgeted about 1% of our boat's value in property taxes, and while nobody likes getting that bill from Uncle Sam every year, we were a little surprised to see that they only came in just over $1,700. So that was a surprise savings on the taxes for where we had over budgeted. I'm not sure what's going to happen in 2022, but we'll probably keep this pegged at about 1%. Excuse me. The DNR registration is something that we are required to do every year. We had budgeted $210. It came out to be $225. The difference was there was a $5 sticker that we need to show that we have a certified marine toilet system, and there was a $10 processing fee. I think this will stay the same, so for next year we'll budget accordingly at $225. We've talked about this extensively, but our Boat US membership is something that we continue to renew. We initially budgeted $90. It ended up being $99. That was probably just an oversight on my part. So this year we'll know Boat US membership for the towing, the fuel, jump starts if we need it, will be $99. Down here in the southern part of the United States, we choose not to winterize our boat. There's a lot of different thoughts about if you need to winterize or if you don't need to winterize. When we purchased our houseboat, it came with a bilge heater that heats up the area where the engine and the generators are. Once it gets to about 40 degrees, it starts to blow warm air in there so that none of the mechanical parts will freeze and cause almost irreparable damage. It can also extend our boating season a little bit, and so we choose not to winterize our boat because we have a bilge heater. However, if you're further north, maybe around the Northeast area, Chicago, or the Midwest, winterizing your boat might be something that you want to take a look at, because spending a few $100s on a bilge heater or having it winterized by yourself or a mechanic is a lot less expensive than having to replace an engine or a generator. The oil change, we had budgeted for about $750 a year. We decided that we were going to take a stab at this and actually do it ourselves. It turned out to be a really fun, easy process. After we watched how to do this from Captain Doug on Houseboats 101, we went to West Marine, we bought some of the oil pumps, and that was the biggest expense of the $307 that we have here. I know that going forward, we'll just need to buy the oil and the oil filters because we've already purchased the pumps, so I expect the budget for 2022 on this to come down substantially. The final part of one-time payments is a simple oversight on my part and something I'm a little embarrassed to show you, but we need to talk about it. The marina bills come in about midway through the month and they're due on the first of the month, and oftentimes I put this on a to-do list that gets lost, and so what I've committed to doing in 2022 is paying the marina bill the day that it comes in and not waiting 2 weeks to pay it and avoid these late fees. Also the convenience fees. I choose to pay online and use a credit card, and there's about a 2% convenience fee for this. What I think I'm going to do going forward is get some checks to put them in the mail or use an online check form so that we don't have to pay the nearly $250 for convenience fees. Overall, we were about $300 less than we had budgeted for some of the unknown or black swan type of costs that go with owning a boat. So our one-time payments, what we had budgeted for the year was $10,850. We spent just under $4,500, which means we had a nearly $6,500 in savings for the one-time payments. So for the whole year of 2021, we budgeted $37,900. We spent $32,100, and we had a surplus or under budget of $5,800. This is good because we know that in this upcoming year, there's probably going to be some bigger ticket items like some maintenance to the HVAC and also maintenance on our inverter batteries that we know will be some bigger ticket items. If you've made it this far, if you find this content helpful, if you do us a favor, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button down below. It really lets us know that you enjoy this content and we'll keep creating it for you. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing everyone in a couple weeks.